Welcome to week one of the South Plains College Coaches Show, joined by head coach Erik Vance, his longtime assistant veteran coach, Mr. Frank Barker. Coach Vance, you head down to Snyder this weekend. Tough course. You got two new teams, a lot of faces coming back, but you add some key pieces. Talk about your men's team, your women's team, and the course you'll be running on Saturday.
Well, to start with, we're really excited about this year. We're excited to get back. We've got a great cross-country team that's here this year. Our women, definitely want to talk about them first, just from the standpoint of we have a team that's essentially all returners. We've got a group that was, fifth last year at the national meet, and we bring all but one girl back off that team, and have a new addition, a transfer from down the road down to Texas Tech, who I think is going to be really solid. She's jumped in the middle of that group, has really fit in, and really slotted herself in up towards the front. So with girls like Gladys and Dory coming back, Nia and Angela were both big contributors for us last year on cross as well, and Rocio, and then you add a girl like Daisy who can really roll. This is going to be a fun women's team to watch. I've seen what they did this summer, the ones that were here this summer. Saw what they've done in training thus far. We've been training for about 3 weeks now.
About 3, yeah.
You see what they've done in that 3 weeks of training. They're going to be a really solid group. I think they're going to be in contention a lot of times. It's just a matter of kind of seeing how the season goes. But I really am excited about the potential for what they can do. On the men's side, a little bit thinner group. We really kind of put a lot of emphasis this year on the track. And making sure we had a group that really could score some big points on the track, and at the same time, we lost 5 guys, 5 or 6 guys off the team last year that are sophomores and have moved on, and got Sam Houston State, Eastern New Mexico. We've got guys that have gone on, and we wish them the best, and we hope they run really well. But you lose that many guys, it's tough to replace them all. So we'll have a little bit smaller crew this year. Cross country will be a little bit of touch and go, depending on week to week health, kind of what kind of squad we're going to put out there. However, we definitely expect Alex to get out there and lead everybody. I think he's going to have a really good cross country season. Ran a lot this summer, looked good. His big issue last year, he started really well. Started at this meet last year and ran really well, but had some health issues, had some injury issues, and wasn't able to kind of finish out the season like he or I wanted him to. But I think he's really ready to run well this year, so that he could have a really good year. You have Yusuf Muhammad and Amdir Zach Ibrahim from both Paladuro High School. Yusuf's coming back. He ran, came on really well for us at the end of the year last year in cross, and did well for us in track. I think he's going to do a good job for us, and his compatriot from Paladuro, his freshman, did some really good things in high school. I think he's going to be a big contributor for us. And then we got a guy like Ryan Robinson, Boys Ranch, state third place runner in track last year. Really good runner, tough kid, wants to get better every day. He's a heck of a competitor. So I think that guy's team's going to be pretty solid. We'll just have to fill some holes and see where we're at, and see who we've got maybe on the team that can kind of step up that direction and help us out, or just get those guys out there and try to do some good things with them.
Yeah. Coach Barker, piggybacking on what Coach Vance said, obviously you've had some great groups out on the course. Is this women's team, you think, one of your most talented that you're coming in with this season?
I'd say so, yeah, especially considering the fact that we have so many sophomores. We've had some kids that were talented in the past, but it'd be 1 or 2. This is going to be 5 pretty solid kids, and one of the ones that Coach forgot to mention was our little girl from Mexico, Itzel.
Oh, yeah.
I think Itzel is going to come up and probably, she can be a top 5 runner, and she loves to win, she loves to compete. That girls team is just really solid. I think we're a top 3 team right now.
Yeah. Obviously with Dorcas and Gladys, you're not going to go into the radar at any time this season. What are you expecting from them two in this first meet? How do you want to see them kind of lead the group?
Well, that's just it. I want them to be leaders. I think Gladys, she's got her sights set on being a champion. However, I think right in our own stable we have people that are going to challenge her for that. I think our girl that's transferred, Daisy, she's right there with her step for step. In fact, the last time we went out on a long run, Daisy actually took her in the last half mile and just said, you've got to work to beat me.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to make them great.
And I got to ask, what year is this for you in the coaching business, and what year at South Plains? You don't have your rings on today, so it kind of didn't give it away too
Well,
much.
you know,
You only got one of them on.
Only
Okay.
one. This is 54 years, 9 at South Plains College.
Veteran coach.
That is.
Coach Vance, what do you want to see on Saturday? Obviously, you go to this course every year. It's a tough course. You like to throw your kids out there. Talk about some of your expectations week one.
You know, I think we're going to be fortunate. I haven't talked to the guys down at Snyder here recently, asking about weather, but I think we're going to be fortunate. Last year it was a little bit, slick, it was a little bit muddy. We've been a little drier, so I think the course conditions are going to be a little better. They put together a great meet. They put together a really good course, but you can't stop Mother Nature. And if it rains, it's going to be a little slick. And as Barker liked to say, they got taller as they went through the race because they just got more and more mud on the bottom of the shoe. But I think that this year we're going to be a little bit quicker course. I think it's going to be a little faster. You know, more than anything, I just want to see, you know, get in race rhythm. I want to see them, you know, kind of prepare to race, kind of feel like they're, you know, running well as a team, that they're, you know, competing all the way through, making sure that, you know, we just get that feeling back of racing, because you can practice all you want, but you get in a race, things are a little bit different.
Coach Barker, same question to you. Expectations for this week?
Well, of course, the big thing I want to see is how they run as a team, you know, and if they're aware of what each other are during the race, and if they're competing to try to get up to the front, and, you know, stuff like that. On the guys' side, this is going to be a turkey shoot because, like Coach said, we only have one back. So just to see how the guys respond to competition, I think that's going to be one of the things that I'm looking forward to seeing, because, you know, practice is one thing, but once you start competing, that's something else. And there's a lot of guys in the past I've been around that practice they did okay, but when it came to meet time, we used to say they strapped on the helmet and got ready to play.
Absolutely. Coach, any final thoughts?
Nope. Glad to be back. Glad to be competing. You know, glad to have you back on the coaches show here. We'll get you in interview shape here in the near future. We got to get you warmed up just like those cross country runners. But
Absolutely.
you know, come out and see us if you're in the area. We run at 9 a.m. at Snyder. I think the men are first and the women are second, I believe. But come on out and check us out there, and then we'll get you details next week. We'll be in Lubbock, and come see the squad.
Coaches, thanks for joining us. Be sure to follow us at SBCTexans.com, at SBC Texans on social media. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Give me a-